right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Sunday, as we wrap up week number 13 of our current sim season. I haven't been on since Wednesday, and I do apologize for that, but I had work-related stuff to do. On this past Thursday, we had our first high school basketball game, and then on Friday, Gordonsville's still in the high school football playoffs. They won Friday night, so they advanced to the third round of the playoffs this Friday, and if Gordonsville makes it to the fifth round, then that's the championship game. So the Gordonsville Tigers just 2 games away from the state championship, so we're all hoping that they get there. I want to let you know that this week coming up, we have basketball on Tuesday and Thursday, and Gordonsville football on Friday. So I'll be here tonight, Monday, and Wednesday night, and I might have to do the game Thursday, I might not, I don't know yet, so I'll keep you posted. That being said, we have a doubleheader for you here tonight. We'll be wrapping up Week 13, the Thanksgiving week. And if you look at the matchup for our Sunday night game here, the Redskins and the Panthers, Viking Skywalker's in the house. Good to see you, Viking. It doesn't look like it's a very good matchup. But here's the thing. It's Thanksgiving week. We had 3 Thanksgiving games. That's 6 teams out of the equation. The Monday night game, so that's another 2 teams out of the equation. That's 8. And then you have the 6 teams with a bye, so that's a lot of teams. That's 14 teams taken out of the mix, and it just leaves, let's see, do the math. That just leaves 8 games to choose from to put on the Sunday night game, and I couldn't use the Seahawks because that'd be 2 weeks in a row. So we decided, well, we've been calling this the Toilet Bowl. Let's just put this on Sunday night and see what happens. The Redskins at 3-8, the Carolina Panthers at 2-9. Both teams have been eliminated from the playoffs already. Now, these 2 teams played back in week 7, I think it was, and the Redskins won in D.C. by a score of 24-14. The rematch here today, as both teams reside in the NFC East. Our second game will be the Rams and the Saints, an NFC West matchup. We'll talk more about that when we get there. Let's take a look at the standings. Evil Dead is 112 in 72. That puts him right at 40 games over 500, which is impressive when we have over 4 weeks to go of the regular season. Viking Skywalker is 44 and 35. Waldo is 28 and 25. I also want to say thanks to all those that showed up yesterday in the stream. We streamed it was our first real live stream of our D&D game on Saturdays at the Rogue and Raven, which is not a strip place. And we had a lot of people tune in. It was great fun, and we had some really cool comments and all that. We had a good time with that. All right. Without any, and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's head out to Charlotte, North Carolina for this one. Redskins Panthers here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Redskins and the Panthers. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along on this Sunday. Both Evil Dead and Viking Skywalker are taking the Redskins in this one. Pokemon community, okay, they're in here too. There's the kick. We're underway. From the 2-yard line, Hayes over the 10, 15, 20. And Alex Hayes brings it out to the 27-yard line. And that's where the Redskins will have it, 1st and 10. Starting quarterback, Eric Tipton, the fourth-year quarterback out of the University of Washington. That Pokemon community thing is something that Cuddles put on the stream for the D&D games. It's just like a side game that doesn't affect the stream at all. You can participate if you like. Redskins at 3-8, Panthers at 2-9. Both teams have been eliminated. Usually when two bad teams play, it ends up being a good game. Tipton on 1st and 10, hands off to Ciali up the middle, and Dante Ciali making his way all the way out to the 40, and I think there's a face mask they're going to tack on. On Snow.
Personal foul, face mask.
Russ Snow, the third-year safety out of Iowa, gets the face mask penalty. Tack on 15 more yards, and the Redskins have it at the Carolina 45-yard line. That's going to pop up every now and then. Bad plus bad equals good. Yeah, it's yes. It's like a negative times a negative is a positive. And even in an even is an even. Odd and an odd is an even. 1st and 10 from the 45. Tipton under center, single back. Scott in motion. Tipton, play action, looks downfield, throws, and diving catch by Mark Metcalf down to the 29-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16. And another Redskin first down. The third-year receiver out of LSU. He had to kind of dive for that one, but he made the catch. Evil Dead, if you would, put the information up. If people want to watch Evil Dead's son Anthony, he's in a pinball tournament in Ohio. And from what I understand, he's doing quite well. They're streaming it if you want to check it out. 1st and 10 from the 29, tipped into Ciali. And Dante Ciali, no gain, as the Panthers are right there to make the stop. Let's take a look at the Redskins offense. Up front, Johnson, Murray, Pearson, Lofton, and Young. And then it's Hayes, Christmas, Ciali, Scott, and Say. It'll be 2nd and 10. The tackle made by Andrews, Elijah Andrews, the defensive end in his second year out of Arizona State. 2nd and 10 for Washington at the Carolina 29. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Tipton in the shotgun. Tipton, high snap, hands off to Ciali up the middle. And Dante Ciali out to the 20. A gain of 9. And that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Dante Ciali, the 11th year running back out of Marshall. Coming up to make the stop, number 51, Wade Sullivan, in his 5th year out of Michigan. I hope Viking Skywalker's doing fine. I saw that you stopped by yesterday. We had fun yesterday. 3rd and 1 from the 20. Tipton to Christmas, and he picks up the first down. A 2-yard carry by Desmond Christmas, the 2nd-year running back out of Michigan. And that'll be a Redskin first down. We have the Rams and the Saints after this. We'll be in New Orleans for the Monday night game. Coming up on 6 minutes left. Here in the first quarter. Still the opening drive. Redskins come out in the I formation. Tipton under center. Hands off to Christmas around the outside. And he gets to the 13, a gain of 5. Let's take a look at the Carolina defense. They play a 4-3. Griffey, Gates, Norton, and Andrews up front. The linebackers, Elliott, Snow, and Gates. And the secondary, Smith, Snow, O'Neal, and McCleskey. Oh, cool. The Fall Festival there in Orlando. Orlando's a cool town. Visited there often when I was a wee lad living in Miami. On 2nd and 6, Tipton to Christmas inside the 10. Crisp is driving forward down to the 8-yard line, a gain of 5. He'll be just shy of the first down. And that's going to bring up 13 inches. Russ Snow came up, the safety, and made the tackle. It'll be 13 inches for Washington at the Carolina 8. Nice opening drive by the Redskins so far. And it comes down to 13 inches. Tipton under center. Say in motion. Tipton drops back, throws, caught by Say. Touchdown, Redskins. An 8-yard touchdown catch by Virgil Say, the 12th year receiver out of Oregon State. And the Redskins take the opening kickoff, march down the field, and they get themselves a touchdown. They take a 6-0 lead. That was a nice opening drive by Washington. And now Zach Harris will come on for the extra point. Second-year kicker out of Texas A&M. Kick is up. And it's good. Redskins lead at 7-0. 4:47 left to play here in the first quarter. Live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Week 13, our Sunday night game here at Jamma Sports. On a beautiful night here in Charlotte. 56 degrees at kickoff. We're in the final weekend of November. And now kicking off for Washington will be Cody Meyer, the 12th year punter out of North Dakota State. There's no such thing as Notre Dame State. There's the kick. 2 yards deep. John Quick brings it out over the 15, 20, 25. And the rookie out of Georgia out to the 27-yard line. And that's where Carolina will have it, 1st and 10. Panthers are led by their starting quarterback, the rookie out of California, Berkeley, Luke George. He's had a rough rookie campaign as the Panthers are 2-9. But there's been glimmers that he might turn into a pretty good quarterback. Glimmers. Just glimmers. First and 10, Carolina. 3 receivers to the far side. George in the shotgun.
Let's go. Green 39.
Takes the snap. Hands off to Darryl Holt. And Holt makes his way out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 14. And that'll be a Carolina first down. Darryl Holt, the 10th year back out of Maryland. First down, Panthers. Redskins took the opening drive for a touchdown, and now the Panthers have it. 1st and 10 from their own 41. George under center.
Let's go. 3-19.
George fakes the handoff, looks downfield, throws, caught by Moore. Out of the backfield, out to the 45-yard line. That's Jake Moore. Excuse me, Jared Moore, the 2nd-year tight end out of Notre Dame. That's a 14-yard gain across midfield, first down for the Panthers into Viking territory. Got a bit of a cough, excuse me on that. Panthers come out on first down. George in the shotgun. George fakes the handoff, rolls out, looks downfield, squares up, and now he's going to take off down the sideline. Big gain, nobody there. And he fumbles on the sideline and is picked up by the Redskins at the 17-yard line. He had over a 20-yard gain and then coughs it up. He didn't slide, he took a hit. Who made the hit? Bobby Kirby put the smackdown on him, came up, and the Redskins were right there. Bobby Kirby, the 5th-year defensive back out of Florida. And falling on the football, number 50, Robert Andrews, the linebacker, following up the play. Turnover, and the Redskins get it back. He's a rookie. He's got to learn to slide. And that cost the Panthers the football. Will there be a review? They're kind of taking their time here. Nope, no review. 1st and 10 Redskins now from their own 17. Eric Tipton, the quarterback, under center. Tipton hands off to Ciali. A big gain for Ciali. Out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 13. Another Redskin first down. The 11th year back out of Marshall, Dante Ciali. The Beast. That's what Evil Dead calls him. Probably the best pure running back in the league right there. He's got a nice balance of strength and speed. 1st and 10 Redskins from their own 30-yard line. Tipton under center. Tipton drops back, looks downfield, throws, caught by Burton. The tight end, Rusty Burton, out to the 44, a gain of 14. Rusty Burton, the 8th year tight end out of Tennessee, playing his former team, the Panthers. Burton spent 5 years with Carolina, now in his 3rd season with the Redskins. And that'll be a Washington first down. Coming over to make the tackle, Russ Snow, the safety. 1st and 10. Redskins at their own 44. Tipton under center. Somebody jumped. Free play for the Redskins. Tipton is going to get sacked, but I think the Panthers were offsides.
Offside defense.
The sack was made by Trevor Norton, but it's not going to count because Dwayne Gates, the linebacker, was offsides. 5-yard penalty.
Still first down.
Be 1st and 5 for the Redskins at their own 49-yard line. .227 left here in the first quarter. Here in Charlotte, North Carolina, 1st and 5 from the 49. Tipton in the shotgun. Tipton hands off to Ciali, and Dante Ciali weaving his way out to the 43-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 7, and that'll be a Redskin first down into Panther territory. Well, the Redskins' first drive was a long one for a touchdown, and now they have another drive going following the turnover. Been a rough year for Carolina at 2-9. On 1st and 10, Tipton under center. Tipton hands off to Ciali again, and Dante Ciali to the 41-yard line, a gain of 2 yards, make it 3, and that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Tackle made by number 56, Damian Snow, 3rd-year linebacker out of Texas A&M. .120 left in the first quarter, 4 wide, 2nd and 7. Tipton in the shotgun. Tipton hands off to Christmas, and Desmond Christmas to the 34-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Wade Sullivan on the tackle, the linebacker in his 5th year out of Michigan for the Panthers. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Redskins up 7-0. At the Panther 34, Tipton under center. Tipton to Christmas, picks up the first down, and Desmond Christmas to the 29, a gain of 5. And that'll be a first down for Washington. Keeps the drive alive. The Panthers defense doesn't have an answer at all. For this Redskins offense. 1st and 10 for Washington at the Carolina 29. Tipton under center. Tipton, play action. Looks downfield, rolls out the other way. And now he's going to take off. He tucks and runs. And he's going to be taken down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Redskins up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. We go to the second quarter. My speaker fell over. Redskins lead at 7-0 over the Panthers. Speaker fell over. I'm good. On 2nd and 4. Tipton hands off to Sally up the middle. First down, Redskins. Inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. A gain of 10. And that'll be another Washington first down. Both Evil Dead and Viking Skywalker took the Redskins on this one. Panthers had it for like 4 plays. Redskins have dominated so far. This following a turnover. 1st and 10 from the Panther 13. Tipton looking downfield, throws. Caught by Virgil, say no, incomplete. Broken up the last second by Everett McCleskey, the 3rd-year defensive back out of Akron. Nice play by McCleskey. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Redskins at the Panther 13-yard line. On 2nd and 10. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Tipton under center. Tipton draws back. Tipton looking. Throws near side. Caught by Ciali. And Ciali steps out of bounds at the 11. And that'll be a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 from the 11-yard line. Escorted out of bounds by Wade Sullivan, the linebacker. 7:22 left to play here in the first half. Redskins up 7-0. Trying to finish off another long drive. 3rd and 7. Tipton back to throw. Looking, rolls out. Fires to the end zone. Caught, no, incomplete. James Norris couldn't hold on. Pass was broken up by Levi Myers, the 5th-year safety out of Hawaii. Norris couldn't hold on. 7th-year receiver out of Ball State. It'll be 4th and 7. And the Redskins will kick a field goal. This will be a 28-yard attempt by Zach Harris to put the Redskins up by 10. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. Redskins lead at 10-0. 7:05 left to play here in the first half. Live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Week 13, our Sunday night game here at Jammin' Sports. Now, it's kind of a joke because we didn't have much games to choose from this week. So we kind of put 2 bad teams on Sunday night just to see what would happen. Next week, I guarantee you, it's going to be a much better game. It'll be the Kansas City Chiefs, who sit in first place in the AFC West, and the Green Bay Packers, who sit in first place in the NFC Central. That is our Sunday night game next week for Week 14, and that should be a good one. Kickoff by Meyer. From the 2-yard line, John Quick over the 15, 20, 25, and Quick brings it out to the 31-yard line. And that's where Carolina will have it, 1st and 10. .702 left to play here in the first half. First and 10, Carolina. They come out 4 wide. Luke George, the quarterback, under center.
319. 319.
Moore in motion. George hands off to Darrell Holt. And Holt gets out to the 33-yard line, a gain of 2 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd and 8. Coming to make the tackle, number 56. That's Sean Keller, the second-year linebacker out of Jacksonville State. On 2nd down, Panthers come out. George under center.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Moore in motion. George hands off to Holt. And Darrell Holt to the 36. A gain of 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. O'Neal Potts, the linebacker on the tackle, the 7th-year linebacker out of Baylor. Big 3rd down for Carolina. This is their second possession. They're already down 10-0. 4 wide. George in the shotgun.
All right, here we go.
George drops back. Fires down the middle and overthrows his intended target. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. And Carolina will have to punt. Panthers still do not have a 1st down. They had that long 30-yard run, but it ended with a fumble that the Redskins recovered. Back to punt, Derek White in his 10th year out of Notre Dame gets the punt away. From the 16-yard line, Alex Hayes brings it out to the 24. And that's where the Redskins will have it, 1st and 10. Redskins already up 10-0. And now the Washington offense comes back out, led by Eric Tipton. Who do they play next week? In week 14, Misty's back, everybody. I hear Misty. She's back. Boy, your hands are cold. The Redskins will host Dallas next week, and Carolina will host Philadelphia next week in week 14. Grace is here. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Tipton under center. Tipton hands off to Ciali up the middle, and Dante Ciali, a big gain all the way out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. And that'll be a Redskin 1st down. 5.5 minutes left in the 1st half. Redskins dominating this game, up 10-0. Panthers do not have a 1st down. Tipton under center. Tipton, play action, rolls out, throws downfield, incomplete. He led his receiver too much. It'll be 2nd and 10. Looking for Rusty Burton, the tight end. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 40. Redskins come out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Tipton in the shotgun.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Tipton drops back. Tipton throws near side, caught on the sideline by G. Scott, the tight end, but they said it was out of bounds. Incomplete. The 2nd-year tight end out of Ohio State. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line. 5:12 left in the half. 3rd and 10 for Washington. Tipton in the shotgun.
Set. Green 39.
Tipton drops back, looks downfield. Throws near side, incomplete. The Panthers defense finally gets a stop. They force the Redskins into a 3 and out. It'll be 4th down. 5:08 left in the half. Chance for the Panthers now to get a score before halftime. Back to punt, Cody Meyer gets the punt away. Fair caught at the 11-yard line. Making the fair catch, number 82, John Cunningham, in his 4th year out of Oregon. Luke George will come back out to lead the offense for Carolina. Down 10-0 with 5:02 left in the half. Live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina, week 13, our Sunday night game here at Jammin' Sports. Redskins lead at 10-0. Both teams have been eliminated from the playoffs. They're just playing out the schedule. On 1st and 10, George under center.
Green 39.
3-step drop, throws, caught by Moore. And Jared Moore, the tight end, out to the 19. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. The second-year tight end out of Notre Dame, Jared Moore. 4:48 and counting here in the first half. Panthers on the move. Carolina comes out. George under center.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Quick in motion. George fakes the handoff. Throws and caught by Jared Moore again. Out to the 31. A gain of 12. And that'll be a Carolina first down. The Panthers finally get a first down with 4:19 left in the half. We have the Rams and the Saints coming up next. That'll be our Monday night game to wrap up the week. After that, we'll have some college football for you tonight. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. 4 wide. George under center.
Here we go. 319.
Moore in motion. George drops back. George looking. Fires. Caught by John Quick. Out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 16. Quick, the rookie out of Georgia. Another Carolina first down. So the Panthers offense finally catches fire. They're starting to move the ball down the field. Coming up to make the tackle, Bobby Kirby, the 5th-year defensive back out of Florida. 1st and 10, Carolina. At their own 47-yard line. Luke George under center.
Hurry up. Here we go. 319.
Lee in motion. George fakes the handoff, throws down the middle, caught by Jared Moore again, down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 9, and that'll be another Carolina first down. His go-to man has been Jared Moore. He's been targeting him on this drive. Coming up on 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. On 1st and 10. George under center.
Set. 319.
George hands off to Darrell Holt up the middle, and Holt down to the 34-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Coming up to make the tackle is Sean Keller, the linebacker. Redskins got out to a 10-0 lead, dominating until this Panther drive. Carolina finally got a first down on this drive, and they worked it down to the Redskin 34. George in the shotgun, 2nd and 6. George to Holt, and Darrell Holt gets the first down, out to the 27. A gain of 7 and a Panther first down. As we're coming up on the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Finally making the tackle, Kevin Bowles, the 11th-year linebacker out of Toledo. Will the Panthers get the playoff in time? We'll see. 1st and 10 for the Redskin 27.
319.
George drops back. Fires outside, incomplete. 2-minute warning. Redskins up 10-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. 2 minutes left here in the first half. The 2-minute warning officially comes with 1:58 left. Both teams have 3 timeouts. 2nd and 10 for Carolina at the Redskin 27. They come out 5 wide. Empty backfield for George. George drops back. Throws near side, and he led his receiver too much. Incomplete. He was trying to hit his wide receiver there, number 82, John Cunningham. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 27-yard line. Big third down for Carolina if they want to get some points before halftime. George in the shotgun. 3rd and 10. George back. Fires. Gets it to Holt. Picks up the first down. Darrell Holt out of the backfield. A gain of 12 to the 15-yard line. First down, Panthers. He's a pretty good receiver out of the backfield. Andrews on the tackle. Robert Andrews, the linebacker, in his 3rd year out of Wake Forest. The top 3 reasons, well, there's actually 4. I'll get to them. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. George in the shotgun. George drops back. Throws to Holt in the flat. And Holt gets nailed at the 17-yard line by Robert Andrews. A loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12 back at the 17-yard line. The top 4 reasons why I love Madden 19. The 2-minute drill. The Rams play in the Coliseum. The Raiders are in Oakland. And the Redskins are the Redskins. Pokemon community. That's something that Cuddles put on the channel for when we do our games. It's something that the D&D game, we did our first D&D stream yesterday, and that's something that people can do on the side while they watch. They can do the same here. It doesn't affect the game at all. 2nd and 12. George looking. Throws, caught by Moore. And Jared Moore down to the 9. A gain of 8 yards. And the Panthers take a timeout. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4. How's Anthony doing, Evil Dead? It's a small little window that comes up in the corner. As you're watching Twitch right now, you see the column on the right side where you can see all the comments. It's a little window that appears in the top of that. 3rd and 4 from the 9-yard line. George in the shotgun. 4 wide. George throws, caught by Holt inside the 10, and Darrell Holt down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 3. Redskins take a timeout. That's going to bring up 4th down. 3rd in the first game. Best of 3. 4 players. 2 more games to go. Okay. Well, cool. So he's still in it, is what you're saying. He's still in there. That's great. It'll be 4th and 2 for the Panthers. Let's see if they go for it or if they just take the points. This would be a 23-yard field goal attempt by Chris Jackson, the rookie out of Tennessee, if that's what they choose to do. They're going to kick the field goal. This will be from 23 yards to get them on the board. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Redskins lead is now 10-3 with 38 seconds left here in the first half. Reminder, we'll have the Rams and Saints after this. We'll be in New Orleans for that. Our Monday night game to wrap up the week. Just 2 NFL games tonight. We'll have college football after that. We'll start week 14 tomorrow night with the Vikings and the Seahawks. There's the kick. A yard deep. Hayes brings it out over the 10, 15, 20. And Alex Hayes out to the 26-yard line. The 13th year receiver out of Alabama, still returning kickoffs. 35 seconds left in the half. Redskins still have 2 timeouts. They're up by 7. They won the earlier matchup in week 7 when they played up in Washington by a score of 24-14 over the Panthers. That was the Redskins' first win of the season back then. Took the Panthers a couple more weeks to get their first win. In the I formation, Tipton under center, 1st and 10. Tipton to Ciali, and Dante Ciali out to the 32, a gain of 6. Be 2nd and 4. Tackle made by Dwayne Gates, the 5th-year linebacker out of Arizona. Probably have time for one more play, and then we'll go to halftime. If they get the playoff in time. And they do. Tipton back, looking, rolls out, throws, caught by Hayes, and Hayes out to the 41. Halftime, Redskins 10, Panthers 3, here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Our Week 13 Sunday night game between the Redskins and the Panthers. Redskins lead it by a score of 10-3. Both teams have been eliminated from the playoffs. The Redskins are 3-8, and the Panthers are 2-9. Misty says hi, everybody. Carolina will get the second half kickoff. From the 2-yard line, John Cunningham over the 20, 25, 30. Cunningham nearly broke it outside, gets out to the 37-yard line. Evil Dead says, Guru. The one and only, she says. Misty is returning from a hayride at church. One of the churches had a hayride tonight. She decided to go with a friend. That's the thing here in the South, a hayride around Thanksgiving time. Where are you at? Let's see. You're 112-72, 40 games up. 1st and 10 from the 37 for the Panthers. George fakes the handoff, throws, caught by Cunningham across midfield, out to the 47-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 16 yards. First down, Panthers. You're welcome, Evil Dead. I mean, Evil Dead's ahead of the game. Last season, it took him until the Super Bowl to get to 50 over. He's already 40 over. And we still have 4 weeks of the regular season left, plus one more game. First, he won't ever catch up with Misty, she said. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. George back to throw. Gets it out to Holt. And Darryl Holt to the 38-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. I'm trying to figure out how many games we got left. Let's see. 26 and 30. 56. Count. All right. After this game, there are 57 regular season games left. 2nd and 2 from the 38-yard line. George looking. Throws. And it's nearly picked off. Should have been knocked down by Mark Young, 8th-year defensive back out of Rice. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Yeah, there's 57 games left in the regular season. And you count the playoffs, there's 68 games left. So, Evil Dead, to get to 50, all you have to do is win 10 more games. 3rd and 2, and well, no, you have to be, I take that back. Dixon out over the 34. And that'll be a first down for Carolina. Darrell Dixon, the second-year back out of Stanford. There you go. Yeah, you'd have to go 45 and 23 down the stretch, I think. You just have to finish 10 up down the stretch. There's 57 games left, so you'd have to finish. Yeah, okay. First and 10 from the 34-yard line. George under center. George hands off to Darrell Holt. And Holt back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Tackle made by Kevin Bowles, the linebacker. It'll be second and 10 for the Panthers at the Redskin 34-yard line. Carolina trying to tie this one up. Redskins got out to a quick 10-0 lead in the first quarter. Carolina has been slowly chipping away. 4 wide, second and 10. George in the shotgun. George looking, throws, caught by Quick. And John Quick to the 26-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8 yards. Be third and 2 for the Panthers. 5:40 left in the third quarter. Robert Andrews, the linebacker, on the tackle. It's a nice drive for the Panthers here to start the third quarter. You could easily get to 60. All you have to do is get on a streak. I can see it. In the offset eye, George on third down. A jump ball incomplete. Lucky that wasn't picked off as Mark Young broke up the pass. It'll be fourth down for the Panthers. 4th and 2 from the Redskin 26. They'll try a 43-yard field goal attempt. The intended receiver was J.T. Franklin in his 5th year out of SMU. You have to go 45 and 23 down the stretch. I can see it. Chris Jackson from 43 yards. And it's good. 5:18 left here in the third quarter. Live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Our Week 13 Sunday night game here at Jammin' Sports. That gives you some wiggle room. Yeah, all you have to do is go 44 and 24 over the next 56, 57 games. 68 games. There you go. Chris Jackson will kick off. Yep, 68 games. From the 4-yard line, Young over the 1st and 10, Washington. Week 14 has 13 games. Week 15 has 13 games, and then the byes are over. Week 16 and 17 both have 15 games. So that's 56. No, that's 50. And we still have one game left. So that's of this week. So that's 57. And then the 11 playoff games, that's 68. There you go. 1st and 10, Redskins. Tipton in the shotgun. Redskins up by 4. From their own 29. Tipton hands off to Ciali up the middle, and Dante Ciali, a big gain. Ciali out to the 48-yard line. He's almost at 100. He's at 96 on the night. That's a 29-yard run by Dante Ciali out to the 48-yard line. Under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Redskins. They are up by 4. Redskins come out in the I formation. Tipton under center. Tipton to Ciali again. And this time Ciali gets hit for a loss. Back to the 47-yard line. Making the tackle, number 93, Damian Griffey, in his 5th year out of Penn State. And that'll bring up 2nd and 11. So that puts Ciali back at 95 yards. He lost a yard. .428 and counting. 2nd and 11. Tipton under center. Tipton pump fakes, hands off to Ciali. Tries to get outside, turns the corner, and Ciali out to the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Redskins. Ciali now at 99 yards on the night. Tucker Smith on the tackle, the 9th-year safety out of Arkansas. Under 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Redskins up 10-6. 3rd and 7 at the Carolina 49. Tipton throws outside to Scott. G. Scott out to the 46, a gain of 3. And that's going to be shy of the first down. As Everett McCluskey comes up and makes the tackle. A gain of 3 yards. It's going to be 4th down. Panthers defense gets another stop. Let's see if the Redskins go for it or if they punt. They're kind of in no man's land here. They'll probably punt. Cody Meyer back to punt on 4th and 3. Meyer gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline. And it's going to be out of bounds at the 8. Nice punt by Cody Meyer, putting the Panthers deep. The 12th-year punter out of North Dakota State. Panthers down by 4. They need a touchdown to take the lead. We're late in the third quarter. Here at Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Our Week 13 Sunday night game here at Jammin' Sports. 3:19 left in the third quarter. Two teams playing out the schedule, but they're playing a tight game. Panthers come out in the I formation. George under center.
Here we go.
George hands off to Daryl Holt. And Holt gets taken down at the 7, a loss of a yard. Matthew Enoch on the tackle, the 11th-year defensive end out of California, Berkeley. Now they say no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 7-yard line. Coming up on 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Panthers come out. George hands off to Holt around the outside, and Daryl Holt gets the corner, gets the first down out to the 24-yard line. A gain of 17 for Daryl Holt in a Carolina first down. He got the corner and got the first down. The 10th year back out of Maryland. First and 10 from the 24-yard line. Panthers come out in the offset eye. George under center. First and 10. Weathers in motion. George to Holt. And Daryl Holt picks up 3 to the 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7. Sean Keller on the tackle. 2:20 left here in the third. Panthers still in a position where they can take the lead. They need a touchdown, though. Panthers come out 3 to the near side. George in the shotgun, 2nd and 7. George draws back, fires, and Cunningham holds on at the 38-yard line, a gain of 11. John Cunningham, the wide receiver, caught it between 2 Redskins. Cameron Wright, the safety. Sean Wright, the safety, makes the tackle, the 8th-year safety out of Maryland. First and 10 Panthers at their own 38. 1:45 and counting here in the third. If you make some cocoa later, that'd be great. First and 10. George to Dixon. And Dixon breaks a tackle, gets outside, gets something out of nothing. He gets out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. That's Daryl Dixon, the 2nd-year back out of Stanford. And that'll bring up 2nd and 6. Bobby Kirby came up, made the tackle for the Redskins. 1:17 left to play here in the third. Panthers from their own 42, 2nd and 6. They come out 4 wide. George in the gun. George to Holt. And Darrell Holt, 3 yards out to the 45-yard line. And that'll bring up third down. Tackle made by Sean Keller. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. On third down, 4 wide, 3 to the near side. George under center. George drops back, steps up, throws outside, caught by Franklin. And JT Franklin out to the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6 in a Carolina first down. 5th-year receiver out of SMU. Tackle made by Prince King, the 7th-year defensive back out of Texas State. Clock is moving. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Panthers from the Redskin 49. 4 wide. They hand off to Holt. And Darrell Holt to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Prince King came up, made the tackle once again. And that will probably be the last play of the third quarter. Redskins lead it 10-6 after 3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium. We go to the fourth quarter. Redskins lead the Panthers 10-6. The first game of our doubleheader tonight. We had the Saints hosting the Rams. Coming up next for our Monday night game to wrap up Week 13. We'll throw in some college football later on. We start the fourth quarter. 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. Down by 4. 4 wide from the Redskin 45-yard line. George in the shotgun. George looking. George in trouble, and he gets taken down at the 49-yard line. A loss of 4 yards. Matthew Enoch comes up and makes the sack. A loss of 4 yards. Be 3rd and 10 for the Panthers. Back at the 49-yard line. It's been a close matchup. Been kind of a defensive game. 3rd and 10. Carolina from the Redskin 49-yard line. Panthers come out 3 to the far side. George in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks downfield. Throws, and caught by Jared Moore, the tight end, down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 26 yards and a Carolina first down. That'll move the chains. He's been the go-to man for George all night. Bobby Kirby comes over and makes the tackle. If you're the Redskins, you might want to cover that guy. That's George's favorite receiver. Or so it seems. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the Redskin 23-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. George in the shotgun. George drops back. Throws inside to Cunningham. Down to the 16, a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. The tackle made by Robert Andrews, the linebacker. Panthers now knocking at the door. They're in the red zone. 2nd and 3 at the Redskins 16-yard line. Panthers come out in the offset eye. George under center. George to Holt, and Holt's going nowhere. A loss of 2 yards. O'Neal Potts comes up and makes the tackle. 7th-year linebacker out of Baylor. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Panthers at the Redskin 18-yard line. Panthers would really like a touchdown here to take the lead. A field goal would keep them 1 point down. 3rd and 5. Panthers come out. In the offset eye, George under center.
Let's go. Green 39. Green.
George hands off to Sanders, and Sanders does not get there. Only gains 2 yards. Courtney Sanders, the 4th-year back out of Tennessee. Coming up, Mark Young from his defensive back position makes the tackle. It'll be 4th down. Do the Panthers go for it on 4th and 3, or do they kick the field goal? I think with the amount of time left to play, they'll probably kick the field goal. This will be a 33-yard attempt if they do so. They're going to go for it. Panthers going for it on 4th and 3. All right. Well, you're 2 and 9. You have nothing to lose. In the I formation, George, play action, rolls out. Comes back the other way, throws. Incomplete. He overthrew his receiver, the tight end, Philip Lee. They're booing in Charlotte. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Redskins will take over. He hit the pylon. The pylon was open. And Washington will take over, going the other way. .5:31 remaining. In regulation, Redskins lead at 10-6. What the Redskins want to do here is eat up as much time as possible. Preferably score again. Rams Saints coming up next. We down in New Orleans for that one. Everybody in tight for Washington. Tipton under center, 1st and 10. Tipton hands off to Ciali, and Ciali goes nowhere. A loss of 2 yards. Coming in to make the tackle, Donovan Elliott, the rookie out of California, Berkeley. It'll be 2nd and 12 back at the 14-yard line. Redskins trying to get the season sweep on the Panthers. They won back in week 7, 24-14, when they played in D.C. 2nd and 12 from the 14-yard line. Tipton under center. Tipton to Ciali again. And Ciali out to the 19, a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6, make it a 6-yard gain. Elliott on the tackle. The rookie out of Cal. 4:45 and counting. 3rd and 6 from the 19-yard line. 3 wide to the far side. Tipton in the shotgun. Tipton drops back. Throws. Caught by Hayes. No, incomplete. The Panthers force a 3 and out as Dwayne Smith breaks up the pass, the 10th-year defensive back out of Clemson. And that keeps Carolina back in this game. Slaps that ball down. It'll be 4th down. The Redskins will punt. And the Panthers will have a chance to take the lead once again. Cody Meyer back to punt. Gets the punt away. From the 30-yard line, Cunningham over the 35-40. Cunningham down the sideline. Out to the 47-yard line. Great field position for Carolina. 1st and 10. 4:22 left. Plenty of time. But the Panthers, they need 6. They need a touchdown. Luke George will come out. Make some cocoa when you can. I want to try that cocoa. Yeah. Misty got some really good cocoa. Starbucks cocoa. I'm dying to try it. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. George in the shotgun. 1st and 10. George looking. George throws. Caught by Moore. Who else? His go-to guy. A gain of 19 to Jared Moore. down to the 28-yard line. Moore goes over 100 yards receiving. And it's a Carolina first down. Well, the Redskins were up 10-0 at one point. The Redskins have not scored since the first quarter when they were up 10-0. 4 wide. George in the shotgun, 1st and 10. George drops back. Looking. Throws near side. Caught by Moore again. Moore out to the 26, a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Cameron Cole on the tackle. 12th year safety out of Chattanooga. And that'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 26-yard line. 3:38 left. Swirlick's escape. Oh well. Somebody will get him. 5 wide. George in the gun. George looking. Throws deep. Cut. Oh! For a moment I thought he had it. Jared Moore. He was overthrown. That was a touchdown. Down the middle will be 3rd and 8. George missed a wide open Jared Moore. That would have been 6. 3rd and 8 for the Carolina Panthers at their Redskin 26-yard line. They come out 4 wide. George in the shotgun. George looking. George rolls out, throws back the other way. Caught by Quick, and he's out of bounds at the 22, a gain of 4. He's going to be shy of the first down as Cameron Cole escorts him out of bounds. With 3:16 left, it's 4th and 3 for the Panthers at the Redskin 22-yard line. Do the Panthers go for it again? They did last time. They guard this time. All right. Panthers going for it again. 3 wide to the far side. 4th and 3. George in the shotgun. George drops back. Throws. Caught by Franklin. JT Franklin to the 17. A gain of 5 and a Carolina first down. They convert on 4th down as the clock ticks down to 3 minutes. JT Franklin, the former Raider, in his 5th year out of SMU. Spent 4 years with the Raiders, now in his 1st year with the Panthers. Robert Andrews, the linebacker, on the tackle. 1st and 10. Panthers in the red zone. George under center at the 17. George pitches to Holt around the outside, and Darryl Holt is going to lose 2 yards back to the 19. Cameron Cole came up and made the tackle. 12th year safety out of Chattanooga. A loss of 2 yards. We're down to 2:33 left. Redskins holding on to a 10-6 lead. Their defense keeping them in this game. It'll be 2nd and 12 for Carolina at the Redskin 19. 2:26 and counting. 3 to the near side. George in the shotgun. George hands off to Holt. And Holt down to the 15, a gain of 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Tackle made by Sean Keller. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Redskins up 10-6 here at Javin Sports. Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Final 2 minutes of this one. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Panthers at the Redskin 15-yard line. Redskins up 10-6. George in the shotgun on 3rd and 8. George drops back. George throws, caught by Cunningham, down to the 3-yard line, a gain of 12. It'll be 1st and goal, Carolina at the Redskin 3. Panthers in the hurry up. George drops back. George steps up, throws back to the end zone, touchdown. Jared Moore A 3-yard touchdown catch, and the Panthers take the lead. 12-10. Nice drive by the Panthers to take the lead. And now the extra point by Chris Jackson to put the Panthers up by 3. The kick is up, and it's good. Panthers lead it 13-10, 1:41 left. Plenty of time for the Redskins. They have all 3 of their timeouts. And all Washington needs is a field goal to force overtime. Well, we said it at the top of the broadcast. Whenever you have 2 bad teams play each other, it ends up being a good game. And we have that here. Can the Redskins mount a drive to either tie it up or take the lead? They have plenty of time, 1:41 left, and they have all 3 of their timeouts. Chris Jackson will kick off for Carolina. There's the kick. A yard deep. Hayes brings it out over the 10, 15, 20. Alex Hayes out to the 26-yard line. 1:36 left. Redskins don't need to panic. They have all 3 of their timeouts. Let's see what they can do here. Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Our Week 13 Sunday night game. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Tipton in the shotgun, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
Tipton drops back. Tipton fires downfield, caught by G. Scott, the tight end, out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 18, and that'll be a 1st down. Redskins in the hurry up. Tipton in the shotgun from their own 44. Tipton drops back. Tipton looking. Fires outside, caught by Ciali, and Ciali's going to be hit for no gain as Dwayne Smith comes up. It'll be 2nd and 10, down to a minute 5. They got to get the receivers back. Tipton in the shotgun. 2nd and 10, 1 minute left. Tipton drops back. Tipton throws and overthrows everybody. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. Golly. I think there's a seal. 3rd and 10 from the 44-yard line. On 3rd down, big 3rd down for the Redskins.
Here we go. Blue 90.
Tipton in the shotgun. Tipton drops back. In trouble. Throws downfield, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Nearly picked off by Tucker Smith, the safety. They were looking for Mark Metcalf, and now it's 4th down for the Redskins. 4th and 10 from their own 44-yard line. They got to get it out to the Carolina 46 for a 1st down. This is ball game right here, pretty much. On 4th and 10, Panthers up by 3. 4 wide for the Redskins. Tipton in the shotgun, 4th and 10. Tipton draws back. Tipton, you can't take a sack, and he does. Back at the 38. Sack made by Edwards. Elijah Edwards, the defensive end, gets the sack at the 38-yard line. A turnover on downs, and the Panthers will take over up by 3 with 45 seconds left. The Redskins still have all 3 of their timeouts. However, if the Panthers get a 1st down, the game is over. And that might have sealed the deal for Carolina. The Redskins failed to convert. And now George in the shotgun, 1st and 10. George to Dixon. And Dixon loses a yard. The Redskins take a timeout. They have 2 left. It'll be 2nd and 11. 41 seconds left. Redskins trying to force a 3 and out to get the ball back. They wouldn't have a whole lot of time left. A come from behind win for Carolina here tonight. They were down 10-0, and they just kind of chipped away at that lead. The Redskins couldn't score after the first quarter. Carolina's defense stepped up, kept them in the game, and eventually the Panthers took the lead. 2nd and 11 from the Redskin 39-yard line. In the offset eye. George to Holt. And Darryl Holt out to the 37. Redskins take a timeout. It's a gain of 4. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Carolina can kick a field goal. They're 52 yards out. If the Panthers convert, it's game over. Rams Saints from New Orleans after this. Both teams are going to be 3 and 9 if the Panthers hold on to win. They'll split the series. Both teams still eliminated from the playoffs. Both teams will be home. 3 backs in the backfield. George in the shotgun on 3rd and 7. George to Holt. And Holt back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Washington takes their final timeout. And now the Panthers will try a 52-yard field goal. Chris Jackson will come on. It'll put the Panthers up by 6 if he can make it. Redskins are going to get one more shot, but they won't have any timeouts. They'll either be down by 3 or 6, depending on this field goal. Chris Jackson from 53 or 52. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is no good. So that keeps it a 3-point game, and more importantly, the Redskins are going to have pretty good field position at their own 42-yard line. Now they have no timeouts, but all they need to do is get in field goal range. They need about 25 to 30 yards to get into field goal range. So the Panthers left the door open for the Redskins now to try to tie this one up. 30 seconds left. The Redskins have no timeouts. Can they get close enough for a game-tying field goal? Evil Dead and Viking Skywalker hope so. On 1st and 10, 3 receivers to the near side. Tipton in the shotgun. Tipton throws, caught by Scott, and Scott out to the 48. They're going to have to hurry up. Down to 22 seconds. It's a gain of 9. Tipton will jump up here. They'll probably spike it with 16 seconds left. It'll be 3rd down. They need about 20 more yards. Anthony won. That's great. Thank you, Misty.
Is he rich now?
Is he rich now? That's what she said. 30 inches from the 48-yard line. That's great. Tipton in the shotgun. 16 seconds left. Tipton looking. Throws. Caught by Ciali. They got to get up there. They got to spike it. They can run out of time. It's a 1st down. A gain of 10. Down to 5 seconds. Tipton will spike it with 3 seconds. They got to try a field goal. But this is going to be, my goodness, this will be from 59 yards. They're going to try it from 59. And the Panthers want to ice him. Zach Harris, the 2nd-year kicker out of Texas A&M, is going to try a 59-yard field goal to try to send this game to overtime. If not, the Panthers are going to hold on and win. A come-from-behind win for Carolina. Redskins fell apart after the first quarter offensively. What? Okay. This is ball game right here. Zach Harris, a 59-yard field goal attempt to tie it up, send it to overtime. Snap. Kick is up. The kick is off the upright. No good. And the Panthers hold on. Your final score, Carolina 13, Redskins 10. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Rams Saints up next. We'll see you then.